It's best story analyst 10 years in a row and a produced and sold screenwriter. I'm going to tell you what it means to write to a commercial. So, in the olden days, when there was broadcast television, and even today, when the standard was broadcast television, obviously advertisers place money, and there were mandated certain levels of breaks. So you would have a teaser, right, and then a commercial, or a series of commercials, commercial block, and then you would have Act One commercial. You'd have Act Two, which led up to an exciting moment, right? A cliffhanger moment. Then you would have a commercial break. You come back from that commercial break, you'd solve some of that Act Two stuff. And then you would kind of be almost to a resolution, another commercial break. And then you would finish out your episode, another commercial break. And that was the structure of how you were instructed to write for television. This started at the very beginning of television when, I mean, like, this is how Rod Serling wrote. This is like, Carl Reiner on the Dick Van Dyke Show. This is how they wrote scripts because they knew where the advertisers needed their breaks, and they wanted to hook people in, and they wanted them to stay. Okay, so you have a hot teaser. So sometimes it's BABC, which is where you start in the middle of the Act Two climax, and then you go to commercial. You come back. It's the start of the episode. X-Files does this quite a bit. Start at the beginning, and then you work your way through the story regular. So that's BABC. So teaser trailer at the beginning, a teaser, and then you have a commercial. Then you go to Act One. You have a commercial. Then you go into Act Two. There's another commercial with a little bit of a cliffhanger because it's middle of the episode and you don't want people to walk away. You don't want them to leave you. So you want them to stick around to see the advertising or have the story reach completion. So the writers of older days, even Vince Gilligan still today, knows that if you are going to write, you have to write with a certain structure. You have to hit the beats of where the commercials should be, even if you're writing for streaming. But when you allow episodes to have multiple levels of, lengths, you lose that ability to tell a story. So that's why a lot of times when you have shows that allow you to have 45-minute episodes and then 50-minute episodes and then 120-minute episodes and then a 2.5-hour episode, that it starts to feel like, how long is this? Why is this episode still happening? Like, where did it roll over? So it is the writing to commercial, even if you don't have commercials, is so important because it's the flow and structure of a story that is both satisfying and engaging and keeps the viewer on their toes the entire time.